Morning, Judy from Thistledew Creations here. I have a couple of minutes before I have to start getting ready to go today. My first day off in a few days, so I thought I would do a couple of little videos. Last night I decorated some playing cards for the first time. I've been wanting to do it ever since I first saw it a couple of years ago. And I've been collecting playing cards for a while. I'll show you my collection too if I might as well while I've got it here. So I've got a bunch of vintage ones, so I'm gonna show you the back and then show you the decorated side. I didn't decorate the backs of these ones because they were already so pretty. I just inked around the edges. And then on the front, I did the technique, I sanded them, and then I did the technique where you just put like a random bit of glue stick and stick the music paper down. I used music paper for my background. And then I did a whole pile of them. And then once they were dry, I peeled off any of the parts of the music paper that weren't stuck down. And then I decorated them. So just little mini collages. I taking part in a swap for them this month. So I needed to get a bunch done. I did more than I need to do, but I find that I do better. They get better the more that I make, so I wanted to make a bunch. And so then I have this bird card, and it was a queen, so I added a bee and a dragonfly and some lace and some embroidered. I used up a square of this that I got in a swap recently. I tend to do that. I tend to use those little bits that I get in swaps right away. I don't know why. I can have something in my own stash for months and never use it, but when I get it in a swap, I always want to use it right away. And then Florida, I traded some of these with Amy Drummond, I think it was, or Wanda Ford, sorry. And the queen, I didn't get a bee on this one. I might have to add a bee. Kind of makes sense to me to have a bee with the queen, but I added the orange and the blue to coordinate with the front of the card. And then this deck was dessert recipes made with beer. And I put some floral, some lace, some tag, and the word gold. Try not to be quite so frilly with that one. And then this beautiful card, Serenade, is the word up here. Again, I just inked around the edges, and it doesn't show up a great amount on these cards because they're slightly glossy. I did degloss the backs of them so that I could glue to it. So this one, because of the colors, and I was trying to pick up all the colors in it, so I used the dark burgundy. This is the edge of wired ribbon that I've torn out the center. And then I layered up yellow and pink with it and put a pink dragonfly. And you can just see the music paper in the background there. And then another bird one. These are vintage cards that I pick up at the thrift store. And so this one has the music paper, some actual lace, a paper doily that I got in a swap yesterday, or actually it was a wishes granted. And then a little piece of like a nylon strip and a dragonfly. Room for one more over there. And then this deck of cards, the side with the characters on it had a marble pattern, but the back wasn't pretty, so I decorated the back on this one. So the music paper, a half of a oval die cut, and then just a couple of little scrap pieces of paper. This foreign fingering is out of music paper. And then a couple of grayish feathers because the marble was gray and beige. So I liked that combination. And then this was in the same box with that other pretty vintage one. So this one's butterflies instead of flowers. And then I put queen bee, more of that yellow stuff. And then this maroon velvet and a little bit of green, and then there's also some rayon purplish blue fabric in the background there, and some music paper. So I had a lot of fun doing this last night. And then my $100 bill cards. I've got a deck of these. I did music paper, a cat, and the outline from that sticker, and then just a piece of edging that I have used my edge punch on. These kitty cat ones have the back of the kitty on the back side and the front of a kitty on the other side. The backs are all the same. They're not matched up with the kitty on the front, but I thought they were cute. So I put bees buzzing around that he's reaching for and some music paper up in this corner. And this is the same music paper, but I just caught a blank spot down in this corner and then just a little bit of lace. So I didn't do much on that one because I wanted the cat to be the focus. There's another $100 bill one. And so this one has, this is actually part of one of the little clusters that I received. I guess I won them from someone on Facebook a little while ago. So I used parts of this because I wanted the domino, and a little bit of strip of brown fabric because the bill is brown, and then a dragonfly and a bee. And you can barely see, but there is music paper underneath there. And then these Whistler, BC ones are so pretty. Purples and pinks, the mountains. So I didn't do anything on the back, but I added purple and music paper and a purple dragonfly. I thought I had added some pink, something pink in there. I might have to add a strip of something pink to that one. I'll see. I might go back to them tonight. And then here's another one of these marble ones. I have 2 decks of these. I got them at a trade show. Well, I got one and a friend of mine got one, and then she gave me hers. So brown marble, creamy colored marble. So I did a creamy colored dragonfly and a bee and some lace and a doily, as well as the music paper. And these were a dark background, so I just left that. I think it looks quite striking. And then another Whistler one. So this one I have layered more. I've got pink lace, the purple fabric, and some pink fabric, and then the doily and the dragonfly music paper down in the corner. And then this one is one of my favorite decks. I'm surprised I'm even decorating it because I should just be saving this one to use because I like it that much, but I like the color and the pattern. But I did decorate them. So I got a joker here, and I did music paper, a strip of fabric, some lace, a bee, a fan, a dragonfly. Lots of elements. And there's another one of that same one. A little less on this one. A little strip of thin ribbon, some lace, and a dragonfly with the paper in the back. I like the red with the teal. And then these remind me of my mom's kitchen when I was a teenager. The ducks, they were so or the geese, I guess. They were so popular at that time. So we've got some gingham because I felt that went with the ducks quite nicely. And some orange because they have orange feet and beaks. And then a little flower, music paper, and doily. That one could use a bee or a butterfly, I think. Oh, I know why I didn't, because it's a winter scene. So I was going to get a snowflake to put on there, but I didn't go get it yet. It's in the other room. But yeah, there was a couple that were kind of wintry, and it didn't seem to make sense to do a dragonfly or a bee. $50 bill. I used a cigar label, which I got recently in a swap. Actually, it was in an ATC swap made of cigar labels, and she sent me a few loose ones, which I thought was really a good idea. And this is another, another piece of those clusters that I got. So I liked the red on it because it's a red bill. And then makes me happy because it's money. Cigars don't necessarily make me happy, but I just thought it was a cooler, more masculine vibe to include with the money because some of the rest of them are also flowery. So there's the $50 bill one again, and this one just has a bee and some lace and some doily and the music paper. So that's what I did last night while we were watching some TV until I got tired of sitting here because I was sitting at my desk all day too. But I just thought I wanted to show them to you. I won't air this until my swap recipient gets her cards, and I think we were supposed to do 3 or something, but we're also talking about doing another swap with undecorated cards. She needs to build her stash up a bit. So I've got, I think I counted 16 basically full decks. I've just started to dig into them. So I've got the $50 bill cards, the $100 bill cards, and these are still in their plastic cases. And then my teal cards. These were all thrift store. And then this was a double deck with the flowers and the butterflies. I didn't do any of these ones. They're M's. I made M's or W's, whichever way you look at it. I was going to do some of these for my family. Brian's family is McLaren. So, and they're quite vintage. Like, they've been used and used over the years. So I don't know if I want to decorate those or not, but if I do, it'll be for Christmas presents. And then the birds, and then the kitties, 50 cents at the Mission Thrift. Some Florida. I've given away quite a few of those. And then the beer ones I got where I work at Home Hardware in Canada. So beer recipes desserts and beer recipes main dishes. That's what those are. And then these are the marble cards. They're Centerstone, I guess, is a brand of countertop material. And so they're all different marbles, which I thought was really cool for this craft. And I always keep these little boxes too. My intention is to make some little mini notebooks with cards as the cover and maybe even the pages. So that's why I keep those boxes. And then I've got another vintage one here. Park Avenue Gilt Edge plastic coated playing cards. The box is falling apart, but it has these vintage floral ones. And I'm pretty sure that was a thrift store find too, but the label's gone. And then just a few more. I've got some minis. I got a package of these smaller ones. And then the Whistler ones. Oh, and I don't think I decorated any of these yet. I hesitated because, again, it was a winter scene, so I got to find some snowflakes and other things that will go with the wintry scene, but I love the barn scene. And then the geese. And then just a couple of loose random ones that I've got in swaps. This one's actually a matching game, like a dominoes type game. And then some of them are cards as well. So that's sort of my playing card situation at the moment. It's always changing, of course, with swaps and thrifting and yard sales. So I just thought I would share that with you today quickly because before these all disappear, I'll start using them in as ATCs and in swaps and in Happy Mail. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my little collection. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell me which one's your favorite. I'm sure some of you will have some questions about why I am doing this. Go ahead and ask them. I'd be happy to interact with you with some question and answers. It's just something we do. My husband came in and saw that I was ripping the paper off that I had just glued on, and he says, "What are you doing?" I said, "It's just part of the process, honey." And he just shook his head. He didn't get it. But then when I showed him the decorated cards, he thought they were pretty, so whatever. We're odd. We know. We know we're odd. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day.